Hello there everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Coast of the Week. The weather is absolutely gorgeous this evening and we've had a really nice sunny day today, and it looks so nice to see the weather finally being nicer than last year, because last year we had that really terrible beast of the east, which was a really terrible snowstorm we had at the end of February. And today it's a really nice day. It's actually quite warmer than I expected it to be, about 14 degrees today in the UK, so yeah, not bad to be honest. And to be honest, it's so nice to see the weather really starting to be a bit nicer now than the icy and snowy days we've had in February so far. So enough about talking about the weather, let's get straight into this week's episode of Coaster of the Week. So the first coaster I'm going to be talking to you about this evening is a roller coaster called FlashOut. Now this is actually one of my best roller coasters I really like doing so far, which is really good. And this coaster features a lot of elements such as loops and corkscrews, because this coaster is a corkscrew themed. It's like a boomerang coaster as well, if you've not seen one of them. Yeah, this is a boomerang coaster, by the way. So yeah, let's get straight on to the full data and statistics of this coaster. So let's start with the max speed. The max speed is 50.98 miles per hour, which is quite fast. The average is 28.93 miles per hour. The length is 63 miles. It's not the longest that I did with my other coasters last week. The time it takes to get around the whole track, including the loops and the corkscrews, is actually 1 minute and 18 seconds. There's 15 drops on this ride, which is quite a lot. And there's 7 inversions. Like I said, if you don't know what inversions are, they're like loops, corkscrews, helix drops and that's what inversions are on the roller coaster rides itself. Let's quickly move on to the statistics. The build cost was £5,880 to build. The capacity of this train is 12. The thrill rating is 100 out of 100, and the nausea is 96 out of 100, which isn't too bad from last week really. It's actually dropped by 4, so that is a really good sign of the coaster starting to get a little bit less wacky and less sick to go on. So without further ado, yet again it is time for another POV of this week's coaster. So sit back and enjoy. So there you go, that was my first roller coaster of this evening's episode. What I really liked about it is the way that it actually went round in a loop for the first few times after going down each lift hill, which was really exciting to watch. I even liked the way that I actually placed in the corkscrews as well to make the coaster look even more exciting in doing the ride. And I really like the number of drops I put in there. And to be honest, my favourite part is definitely the loops, because they are really great way to get your coaster thrilling, and that is what I actually try and do to all my coasters in this series. I'm going to use more loops, more wacky elements that I'm going to be using, including more drops, more banks and more twists and helix drops and any other scary elements. here on the Branthwaite Productions YouTube channel. So that's the end of part 1. Let's quickly move on to this week's second roller coaster. Okay then, it's time to move on to this week's last roller coaster. I hope you enjoyed the episode so far. I thought the first coaster was quite fun, to be honest, and you're going to have a lot of fun watching the second roller coaster that I just built. So this second roller coaster that I built today is called the Splash Breaker. Now this is a very, very fun roller coaster. It's actually like a boat shaped car that actually goes up a lift hill, then it goes into a plunge of water below, which looks really, really fun to watch. It's like tracks full of water, and if there are riders riding it, they would get absolutely soaked because of the way how much water is actually on the track. So let's get through this field data and statistics of this ride, and then we'll quickly move on to a POV of this coaster. So the max speed of this coaster is 42.74 miles per hour, which is absolutely fast again. The average is 16.67 miles per hour. There's no length for this one because the length is actually too long to read, so I can't be bothered to read that. I'll just go straight on to the time. The time it takes to get around the track, 1 minute 37 seconds. There are 8 drops on this coaster, which isn't that very much because it is some sort of water ride. And there are no inversions, there's no leaps, no helix drops, no corkscrews or anything like that in this ride. The build cost for this coaster costed £4,910 to build. The capacity is 18. The thrill rating is different this time, it's 87 out of 100, which is a little bit lower, but however the nausea has improved, which has gone down to 47 out of 100, which is actually okay. And it's actually a lot better than the other coaster that I just did a few minutes ago. So without further ado, let's move on to the second roller coaster POV of this evening's episode. So there you go then, that was coaster number 2. I thought I really enjoyed it, to be honest, because it actually had that cool down effect, which was really good to watch. I especially like it when it goes up the lift hill, it then plunges into the water below, which makes it very fun to watch. I especially like it when it does the same thing, it then goes up the lift hill, plunge of water, and then you just get soaked and enjoy yourself, really, if there are riders actually riding it in real life. So there you go then, that is both coasters completed for this week. Now, as you know, I always do a little reflection on which coaster was the best and why. So starting with coaster number 1, which was the FlashOut, I thought it was really good, the way that the loops were involved after going down the lift hills, and I like the corkscrews used as well, a few banks as well to keep the coaster nice and steady. And to be honest, I thought it was a really fun one to watch. Coaster number 2, which was the one you just saw, I like the water on the track, which was really good because it creates that splash effect when the wheels go in there and that. And to be honest, I thought I really enjoyed it, to be honest. But in my opinion, I think the first one I did, which was the FlashOut, was the most fun coaster because it actually had loops, it had the corkscrew, and it made that effect work really well, and that is the best coaster of this week. I'll see you for another episode of Coaster of the Week, and in the meantime make sure you check out the other Coaster of the Week episodes, including from last year, the previous week such as last week and the week before, and make sure you check out the On My POVs that I post in the link description below. If you're not a fan of the episodes, you can always check those out, which is a really good thing to do. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching this week's episode of Coaster of the Week, and I'll see you in another video very soon. See you later everyone, bye for now.